Whether it be your college friend's old garage band or flicking through music online, you've probably seen and heard some pretty weird band names in the past. But today, we're going to look at some truly odd band names that actually got into the public consciousness. So hi there, welcome back to Japan, and let's begin. Firstly, mass of the fermenting dregs. Yeah, this one's real. Often unsurprisingly shortened to Masudore, this band name is both a mouthful and an eyebrow raiser. The Kobe originating group makes surprisingly interesting use of grunge, punk, progressive and minimalist elements in their work, and yet it's often the name that will most persistently come back into a passing listener's memory. Vocalist Natsuko said of the name in an HMV interview, "It doesn't have any particular meaning, we just lined up a few words that we liked." Now, after hearing that quote, I kind of have to think to myself, is it that they liked the actual phonetic sound, or did they know what the words meant? However, a weird name as it is, you'd be in a struggle to forget that one in a hurry, so perhaps a very good name also. Next, Mr. Children. If you're familiar with Japanese music, you will almost certainly know the charting pop rock band Mr. Children, but this doesn't stop the name coming off as a tad creepy to Western audiences. Maybe it's our Western habit of always searching for innuendo, but I have yet to mention this name to a non-Japanese music fan who didn't give me a slightly odd look in response. Now, having sold over 75 million records and with 30 consecutive number ones, they are enough of a household name to raise not a single eyebrow domestically, so no one's really getting weirded out by it in Japan, where they're very used to this name. Interestingly, the band title is reported to have come about because the members liked the sound of the English word children, phonetically, and perhaps for its youthful implication, but were themselves growing into adults, so simply added Mr. to avoid being labelled as children forever. A surprisingly logical origin for the name when deconstructed in reverse. Now this next one, perashitayare taiwazu. I think I got that right. This Japanese band's name roughly translates as, I want to lick it. However, they later shortened their name to simply Pero. I can't say we found any information on why this name was chosen originally, although it was likely shortened for, well, not exactly rolling off the tongue. If you know more, then feel free to leave a comment below. Seagull screaming kiss her, kiss her. Yes, this again is really a band name. Running throughout most of the 90s before reuniting again a few years back, this band actually lifted their name from a 1984 XTC song, which just makes it more clear all the more obvious options they turned down before settling on this. Clearly, it really appealed to them. Furthermore, with the band starting in New York City before relocating back to Tokyo for the majority of their existence, founding member Aiha Higurashi is likely to have known how bizarre the title was rather than picking it for phonetic reasons like most of the other entries on this list. Still, there is no doubt it does catch the attention. Next, Melt Banana. Probably the only band on this list whose music is more bizarre than their actual name, this group is truly an acquired taste, but with a decades-long loyal following and some of the most amazing live shows I've personally ever seen, Melt Banana has fans peppered across the globe. Now, although it's not 100% clear where this title came from, a hint may be in their lyric writing style. Melt Banana are not an English-speaking band, but lead singer Yasuko Onuki writes her lyrics with English words, as she has stated the phonetics suit her vocal style better. Rather than constructing traditional sentences, Onuki dives through dictionaries looking for words that she likes the meaning and sound of, then adds other words moving backwards from there, constructing phrases that appeal to her current state of mind around whatever that initial word she picked was. I guess that's explanation enough for where such a band name might have come from, right? And next it's, I think we say Kiss My Foot Too. Anyway, yeah, apparently pronounced Kiss My Foot Too. This 7-member group hailing from the famous Johnny's boy band Factory have sold over 10 million records despite having a name that is virtually unreadable in its chosen alphabetical spelling. Weirdly, the name was constructed by taking the initial letters from each member's family name, the number 2 at the end deriving from Takashi Nikaido's name, where ni is also the syllable phonetic for the number 2 in Japanese. Follow? Okay, this becomes all the more bizarre when you consider that Kyohei Ida, whose name provides the I in the band name, actually left the group in the following years, leaving the name even more illogical than it is weird. And this is before we even address the slightly bizarre foot fetish implication of it all. I have seen the name on billboards time and time again myself, but must admit researching this video was the first time I was ever sure how it was actually supposed to be said. Congratulations to them nonetheless on their success in spite of such a weird name. Anyway, that's our selection for today, so feel free to suggest if there are any more bizarre Japanese band names you know, and maybe we'll come back to do a follow-up to this video in future.